Let's talk about timelines. Okay, timeline acknowledgement first has to happen before timeline jumping or timeline shifting. Timeline acknowledgement. So, in our everyday day-to-day life, there are patterns. There are patterns we commit to, there are habits we form, there are certain actions we take every day. There are certain neurological wirings, the way our mind thinks. Now, in order to understand a timeline, you have to understand yourself and you have to understand the pattern that you're forming. And know that eventually, because you have built these systems within yourself, your timeline is going to stay on that trajectory. Now, let's talk about timeline shifting or timeline jumping. You have the ability to create a new set of habits, a new set of thought processes, build a new energy within yourself, more balanced, more grounded, by removing the chaos and beginning to fine tune your keys. Nervous system recalibration, thought reformation process, and become capable of, after your nervous system recalibration is completely set, which means you've regained control of your thoughts, you've regained control of your physical health, to stay in this more stable, structured, foundationally strong energy. Once you start doing that, you can start to see a new timeline forming. Because we're using the mirror effect in all things, because we're always reflecting outwardly that which lives in us internally, we allow for the orchestration of a new course of events to take place in your external world, because your internal structure is now changed to be a foundation of growth, of advancement. People wonder how I did this. Well, I took the time to know thyself. I went to the deep inner reaches of every part of my functioning, every part of my structure. I analyzed it. I picked and chose what I wanted to carry with me to the next phase. And what I didn't like, I faced it, I dealt with it, I changed it, I recalibrated it, and it all stemmed from knowing thyself. I wasn't afraid to face me. I didn't put thoughts to the side. I didn't put energies and emotions out of my mind for them to creep back up in later at random times and create some sort of chaotic noise. What I did was I faced it all. I dealt with it all. And slowly but surely, I built myself into a new person with a new energetic significance. I got my health back in line, physical. I got back control of my mind. I developed my spiritual gifts, and I came into alignment with a new frequency, a new energy that was high vibrational. No one came to save me. I chose to give this to myself. Also, it does help that I do have developed psychic gifts. So I've used the universal access key that I have to build myself into a more structurally sound human being. Also, I don't lie, ever. Not to myself, not to anybody else. And I realize that that's off putting to people who are comfortable in a place of self disillusion. But that's not my problem. I mean, if you don't like the truth, just don't talk to me. I don't care. And because I go through my day-to-day basis or day-to-day life with the foundation of truth as a basis, I'm able to come into this recalibrated alignment, this new energetic source, this new this new catalyst, this new conduit for positive change and growth in my entire life. The fact of the matter is, if you don't like the truth, stay away from me and I'm fine with you over there. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to route it all in truth because that's what makes my foundation strong. This was a hard-earned lesson. And this is one I had to learn for myself and grow through. I realized that in the past I was surrounded by a very large group of individuals who saw the truth as a negative thing, but that's because they were hiding things. They knew that if the truth came out about who they were and what they were doing, it would put them in a place of, the light shining in the darkness. And that's not what they wanted. They wanted to remain in darkness. That's their choice. So I separated myself. I realized that I don't want to remain in darkness. That's not my path. That's not the path I want to walk. I want to remain in truth. I want to remain in abundance. I want to remain in clarity and wisdom. I want to be able to help heal and guide others to the same place, that solid foundation that I've adopted for myself. And I keep choosing to do so every single day, strengthening my foundation. Self-discipline, focus, consistency. These are key words, even in developing spiritual gifts and practices. It's just, I came to a reality check in my own life not too long ago, a few years ago. The reality check was this: good people do good things. You are a good person. You want to be a good person. So keep doing good things. It doesn't matter what the outside world is showing. Your consistency and your hard work will eventually pay off. Eventually, they'll see the genius of what you created and what you've built. Even if it's not today, keep going. Don't give up. We're soldiers. We don't give up. It's not what we do. So my consistency, my dedication, my determination, my hard work, my self-growth and development to match a new frequency, all happening at once. That's how I collapsed all of these things into a new timeline, an abundant, a wealthy, a joyous timeline, a peaceful timeline, a strong timeline. A timeline that is built in a foundation I have rooted in myself, using the mirror effect. My outside reality, my perception, is now dictating a new course of action for my entire life. Because I chose to do the internal work and the discipline and the self-motivation. I chose to create a structure built on truth. I chose a foundation of brilliance, hard work, dedication. I chose to build and grow. One fact of reality is true strength never stems from what you can destroy. It always stems from what you have the ability to create. And in my creation of the collective, I created a new energetic flow, a reciprocating energetic flow of consistent growth and upward movement. And I did that by using my own healing as the motivation and the inspiration and the foundation. What I'm showing to the world is it can be done by anybody, no matter what they come from or what they went through. And I need you to know today that you too have the ability to just accomplish great things if you just rewire the system. It's time to build.